not say his name. Am I wrong?
It's an unfortunate name because you're either saying Kaka or Kaka.
Kaka or Kaka?
The desk is meant to be bringing all the edgy weirdness to the broadcast. What are you guys? What are you guys doing? Like, what's happening?
But what do you want from us? Let's see if I can give you some analysis.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
no, I can't. The game's live. You're just gonna have to talk about cuckoldry.
Oh, all right. Oh, good morning,
boys. Have fun.
Before 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's very early in the day. It is very early in the day to be going down that rabbit hole, but we'll go there anyway, because Eternal Fire is down on the CT side, and Big, coached by none other than Kakafu. Looking forward to this one. Hyped. They talked about him. He's kind of in our crosshairs today, Chad. We're going to see what kind of performance he lays down. A nice little pistol headshot. Off to the races. Wakardia's aggressions up mid. Okay, it's a lot. There's a lot of bullets and a lot of bodies.
What?
He somehow gets a third with those dual Berettas.
That just felt desperate, didn't it?
I don't know how he managed. It looked flustered. It looked like he was outnumbered, outgunned. Somehow, it's all falling into place. Jota, however, makes it interesting onto Crimbo.
Yeah, that's brilliant from Wakardia. JDC should be able to get the bomb here, no dramas.
He could run A, but he's not to know.
Yeah, exactly. And Jota and Madrev now grouped up into a P250. Oh, and if he goes back around the world, as you can see, we've got the players' crosshairs on for this pistol round.
Ooh.
Long range, P250 against the USPs. He's leveled the odds.
I mean, look at this util set. He's got smoke flash.
I don't even know if you use it.
Kev P250.
I thought you'd want to take the duel. Yeah, after to block CAD or something, if you can get it in time.
Yeah, I don't know, though. They're likely just going to start swinging together. Oh, he's going to smoke for the plant.
Well, he's guaranteeing the money. Tabson will be happy with that.
And then what, though? Flash and jump out, drop. Yeah, does so. Peeks in, two spotted. Okay, there's the info. Does have to still hit the headshots, though, and they're closing the gap. Jota walks in, and Madja will remove his head. Thanks, Wakardia. I'd love to see that again. Maybe we get it in the replay, but it felt like, I mean, 3, while spamming on the dual Berettas, was more than he was worth.
I definitely agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
It's jolly good. Still haven't mastered the dual Berettas. Those pistols, yeah, because the way you spam, let's see it from here. Look, it looks willy-nilly to me.
Look how there's so much going on. Wasn't it? Oh my god! Wasn't it once upon a time Zywoo said you just click fast?
Click fast.
Yeah. Well, that Bacardi and he was strafing.
Yeah. And
so we combined the two of them.
Kind of wiggling his mouse a little bit. Well, that's the power of a plant. Galil's, Tech 9.
Yeah, I like the fact that JDC made sure he planted in. You see some players, they try and play out the clutch, which, yeah, sure, winning the round would be great, but now you have a buy that you can definitely work with, and this is a weak map for Eternal Fire. They don't have the best record on it whatsoever. Straight up cat quite early. Should be able to get themselves into an A execute. Woxic on the ramp, support of Zentaris through CT, but currently worried about the mid to B.
All right, well, they're keeping it very simple. We've got full short control. Just execute it out. The Tech 9 dropping down. It's actually Tabson that's going to be using that drop to try and punish the ramp. It's covered nicely. Good awareness from Zentaris. However, JDC removes Woxic from the equation, takes control, and bomb planted for a second round consecutively. Wakardia, walks in. Can't tame the spray. JDC, a bit of a messy one. And a shame for QB and the Tech 9. Now all onto Hyped. He is a dead man scouting. Ouch! First one hits and done. Jota ensures the round is theirs. Eternal Fire, though, still bombs going down for Big, but at this point, you're not going to be too satisfied. Felt like you could have done more with that.
Yeah, definitely so. Wakardia's gotten away with murder in 2 consecutive rounds.
True.
The pistol 3K, and they're coming through the smoke and getting 2 kills. So his impact is definitely being voiced in the early stages. Now, the bomb goes down again. 2 players stay alive. The possibility to go for Galil's or a force buy scenario again is there from Big. And yeah, as we can see with this heads-up display, that's exactly what they're going to do. So they're not going to back off with the pressure. It looks like we've seen at least, yeah, we'll make it 4 Galils with the scout, and there'll be even enough util to work with. So Eternal Fire, this is not going to get any easier.
Yeah, I mean, when you say enough util, it is just enough. Ooh, a bit of damage to start. Jota catches one through the doors.
I think because it's Dust 2, once you wait out the opening protocol utility and only 2 of them survive, they have to drop. The CTs aren't going to have a huge amount to block. So what they're working with is not full buy versus full buy. They're all lacking some pieces. So as far as you're concerned, as you're Big, you can work with this. Just need to make sure that you're not taking too many tags and there's not a scout on the other side.
Are they fighting for sure? Yeah, Woxic is there with an MP9. just in case I presume that there will be some sort of pressure towards Woxic eventually. Will it be that Xbox jump up? He's actually trying to kind of take that fight.
I think mid to Bs is something which is a bit of a concern. You see Spirit doing it a lot, and potentially one of the reasons Dust highlighting it there on the desk, they've been magic back to the long anchor as opposed to the mid to B, because you want to have some fraggers to deal with the mid to B plays. So Zentara's in combination with the likes of Jota and Wakadia.
Okay, well, yeah, you put your 3 hardest riflers in one place.
Yeah, mid to B is tough.
Okay, so you're jiggling for info. You'll flash for Zentares. Don't push that, though. That's a death sentence. Okay, confirmation of presence to hold fire on the incendiary. Fade dead, and Zentares still gets 1. Scout of Hype spotted out, but there's Woxic. He actually gets active. I like that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons that you want to try and retain the short control. So before teams go for mid to Bs, that's when you want to make sure you have full stairs, make sure that they're not playing on the bridge. Because as you go at mid to B, if they drop down quickly behind you, you're boxed in. One of the worst things that can happen on the T side is you get bottlenecked. Crimbo's going to look to do a bit of damage on the way out the door. That's a kill on a Woxic. His presence completely noted as he should be dead, stripped of his Galil. And now I think we will see just a partial. Want to try and get the AWP out for Hyped and full AKs for everybody else. But yeah, with the mid to Bs, when you're out, you need to make sure, obviously, if you're having players coming through upper tunnels, the timing's there. That's why you like to see the lurk smoke. You can get that molly in towards the back of platform. But if the CTs are able to hold on to their utility, you're able to block doors or window and channel them in one of the two. You also want to get them caught in no man's land so that your CT player, this time Zentares or Woxic coming through the back line, are able to contribute with them in the open. Now, considering the loss bonus situation, they are going to invest in with a Galil, see if they can do some damage, and just charging straight up Cat. That's a big nade.
Yep, and that's a nice start. Wakadia and Zentares. Oh, they shred them. Like, the whole reason you spent a little bit of money there, Crimbo and Galil, some Armored Tech 9, some nades, it's all because you wanted to do something more than that.
Yeah, averaging 2 kills around at the moment, big. So that's going to have to change if they want to get one on the board. And as mentioned, the eco or lighter investment into an AWP now for Hyped, AK-47s for everybody else, and we're going into round number 5. It's the first full gun round.
Gosh, yeah, that feels quite quick for Big. If you don't win this one, suddenly you're staring down the barrel of a 5-0 discrepancy. Starting with a bit of a long take for the CTs. They'll be lighter on elsewhere, mid the gap. JDC already stretching his leg.
Yeah, and this has been a bit of a theme in the opening stages of this, just how quickly, other than the last where we saw them get blitzed on Cat, but more often than not, it feels like they're able to get this mid control quite swiftly. Protocol utility coming into play to get that space I was talking about. So now they have the staging area.
Right, I feel like I see Chopper take this every round for Spirit, like it's the same sequence of like flash from lower, do the molly, oh, get naded by a CT, that's also sometimes feature. JDC's walking wonky, gonna get the smoke out.
Smokes, and yeah, it's all about playing with this one key piece, which is Zentares, the A rotator. Where does he feel the threat, and where does he try and bolster? Because at the moment, if an execute comes in towards A,
it's a good call.
Woxic could be flashed and smoked off the line, having to play retakes. And Tara's cheating back over now, but will he get there in time to contribute?
Ooh, he's actually looking like he's getting away with this. They haven't even thrown the nades as he tucks.
They're in the air now.
Just onto the ramp in time. So Woxic, if he's blind, they've done well. Still has vision for a moment. Will pluck Tamsin from the pack. And there's Zentares chipping in. He's in the right place once more. Bomb on its way across. Just the tip of the head spotted towards Gandalf. Won't get many more chances like that. Woxic does have Madja as well. Feels like the rotation's in. And this pause from Big Clan, it's going to get harder once that bomb goes down. Smoke to facilitate that. They have and maintain short control. And oh, Hyped. Feels a bit shortcoming there. Hit the shot. Woxic just hits it more precisely. And whoa! Kiyubi gets himself a lovely quad in quick succession.
That's a nice round to win.
That's a big one. I mean, you've got situation. You got to win those.
Yeah, that's huge to turn around. Okay. Well, that happened damn quick. All right, well, a round that didn't start great whatsoever. Big post there first on the board, 4-1. Bomb ticking. They're swiveling. Nade is great. That's the difference maker. And QB, a bit of a highlight there. Great round from him.
Do it again.
Well, they need to if they want to break the finances. Taps it out long. Corner smoke. They're going to have to respect this.
Okay. Different piece of the map seized by Big Clan. And look at the reaction on B. Yes. Yes, indeed.
So they're going to call upper tunnels clear and rejigging the defense over towards A. It looked like they wanted to contest for a moment, but they've all just pivoted back. Smoke that is more than vogue at the moment, but is there a gap on that right side? Need to be careful with how much they show. Hyped looking for a fight. Imagine just making sure they don't creep through exactly as QB has, because now the tempo could be a little bit different than what Internal Fire are expecting.
Ooh. Flashbangs for a swing. Yeah, thrown out. This looks good. Oh! Oh! Ridiculous
His
from
teammates
Kyubi.
gotta take him down.
He's doing too much. Tabson says that's enough. That'll do. Tabson spends most of his time planting the bomb in the flames.
That was
but dude,
sick.
That's back-to-back transfers. He's looking very strong today.
That round's over. Can we please catch that one again in the replay? That was really cool.
Really cool indeed.
Yeah, that just, again, another round, that's just bang, it's over.
I was, it did raise an eyebrow for me, obviously on the periphery, disconnected from the day-to-day of Big, but seeing Rigon removed, where did JDC's life just go? I don't know. But, yeah, Rigon removed for
Did shoot him through a wall or something like that?
I think it must have been that. But I haven't really, kept tabs on what QB and what to expect from him.
Yeah, so Tabs did an interview with HLTV, as I mentioned yesterday. If people want to listen, I just subscribe to the audio Spotify channel, so you can just listen to it, and they just play as a playlist, so it's kind of nice.
That's cool.
You can just chip through them all. So... he was saying that the way that Rigon and Bad News Eagles approached the game, very risky, right? Always coming through smokes, and it wasn't. There was a word that it wasn't synergizing. There was a couple of words from the Tabs interview that probably everybody should take a look at.
Okay.
One of them was early. Felt that yesterday it was a little bit early in the morning, a bit sleepy for them on map number 1 against FlyQuest, where they got blown out 13-1, but also early in terms of the team's development and what the expectations are and maybe how they performed. Synchronizing. That's what he was saying. It wasn't synchronizing. That was the word he was using.
Okay. So just kind of the idea of being on the same page.
Yes, and if you look at the way Bad News Eagles play, they love to take a lot of risks, but they all do. And that's kind of what makes them so crazy as a team once upon a time, is everybody's on that page of this is what we're getting away with. These are the moves we're trying to make. It's very disruptive. Well, the saves have facilitated something that is workable, but a change again. Not a short execute, sorry, not a long take. This is
Zentara's
a B play.
B. He's chosen the perfect time to do this. Is this just a read? Very cool. It's all quiet right now in mid as well. Nothing to report for EF. They're hearing this lower take.
You want to make it look like you're going through a default anyway, so I'm going to need to apply some pressure towards short and middle. When the smokes start to clear on B, the AWP of Hyped is going to have a chance to search.
So Ricardi's spotting tons with a smoke in hand. That molly will force a reaction out of Jota. And no. Oh, frag. Yeah, Jota still gets one. Oh, Kyubi's going to be feeling a bit hard done by there.
I think considering the circumstances, Jota's done really well.
Yeah. And Zentara's is still an unknown entity, should they commit.
But the fact that the AWP is in upper tunnels in the sub 1 minute mark, I think it helps educate you on to what Big we're looking for. And they're not rerouting either. It's very quiet on the rest of the map. Now they're starting to apply some mid to B pressure thanks to Crimbo.
Woxic posted on this. Can he spot his feet first? Yes, he can. Woxic makes it work, though. Awkward for Big, very uncomfortable with 28 seconds left. They have to advance, but blocked by Flame. Here comes the commitment, but there goes JDC. Woxic's ult for a second, and Zentares, who's been there the whole time, revealed to make this a certainty. 5 for the CT side of Eternal Fire. I don't think you're saving that. AWP Hyped gets caught out by Wicardia on the walk-up. AK-47s are plenty, and double AWPs utilized. They are going to be picking up 2 AWPs, 2 AKs. That's a potent package of destruction.
And this will likely help them to keep a bit more control over middle. Just start one AWP over towards A out the gates, and then the other is able to contribute and see if they're trundling up Cat early. But good start from Woxic. Rotates in time, shuts down B. And cheeky from Wicardia. Hype not ready for this whatsoever. Well, they have been able to facilitate another buy again. It was residual cash to drop an AK. Smoke for the extinguish. No molly. Adja will hear that, knows that he should not peek the corner. They're looking to disrupt the default. So flashing a lower, JDC needs to be wary of this. So another flash available to help push the AWPer off the line.
Oh, interesting, yeah. He is still maintaining vision and effective jiggle. QB baits the shot, confirms AWPing presence on B. Look at this immediate reaction. Woxic and Zentares ahead of the utility that arrives on short will peace out.
They need to retake long. They're boxed in right now, so this is going to be a car crash.
Yeah, this is going to be a very hectic Jules. Flash is good. Tees take first contact. Madjo seems ready, has vision. Teammates can support him. A Molly and nade combo will limit the possibilities. You can see the damage inflicted to a hyped and swung into the pair of them. Zentares tagged up. He's lost his teammates now. He is in a lot of trouble. If he can get out, that's huge. Crimbo's going to punish. If not for JDC, swinging up short. Boxed in, Chad. A perfect word to summarize the feeling for Eternal Fire's defense there.
Yeah, a little bit tough for Eternal Fire. They had the right idea. Just with that flash, if you're playing in front of blue bin and the flash isn't perfect, there's that
awning?
Yes, I think that's probably the word for it, that can block the flashes.
Canopy?
Yeah, so I think that always needs to be considered. And very good work from Big. So bouncing back, 5-3 the score will read, 2-round difference.
I don't know about you, but when I was reading that Tabson interview, I was reading it as opposed to listening to it. Both options are available, but he didn't sound particularly full of, like, I don't know, maybe he's realistic. I guess you want to set realistic goals, don't you? But it felt like a lot of the time he was like, yeah, we might have a honeymoon. I knew we were going to have a honeymoon. I know it's going to get worse. But it's kind of nice. It's going well. It's a lot of work. We want to...
He sounded light in the interview. He didn't sound very serious or so this is why I think text, isn't it misleading?
Yes.
We've all sent a text message and maybe it's been misconstrued.
Yeah, it's not what you said, it's how you say it.
But I think realistic is key because you're bringing hype back. You need to hope that he's better than the first time round, which, according to that interview, he is. Bringing more of a direct approach, knowing what he wants.
My expectations were really low. Oh! That was what Tabson said. Well, not for Woxic. A lot of times very flashy with the AWP, and I love that aggressive push to start us off. And Wicardia even manages to get away. Having a great strong start to Dust 2 is Wicardia. 9 frags for him. And they have full-on control. They've repelled the initial Big Clan test.
Yeah, starting with more rifles to deal with the long push. So that's a crazy move from Woxic. Nice to see. He didn't have the best of series yesterday against FaZe. But when Eternal Fire last year were looking very strong, it was Woxic alongside Zentares. Now, Zentares has continued relatively. I think if you look at the stage performance in Katowice, well, they all had a bit of a struggle there. There's also been some other games. The Desk was talking about Joda as one of the best pickups in the offseason. I think that's a fair statement. Alongside of like, Rops to Vitality would probably be the other blockbuster.
Yeah, hard to argue with that.
But Joda had some tough times in a stressful game on Train against VP that we covered.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting exploited towards the B bomb site. So there's still room for growth for Eternal Fire. I think a lot of it. It's great that there's more of an established team, even with one roster change, but we're early on in the season. There's lots of bigger changes that require more, and this AWP shot needs to hit.
Too easy.
Battle day on that one, didn't he?
Easy. JDC exposed to the AWPer angle. Nice elevated position from Woxic, and the lurk smoke might keep boots planted. But what's he supposed to do? Tabson has been thrust into an unwinnable situation. May just prioritize the AK-47 and armor.
And I think Tabson needs to start maybe prioritizing his crosshair a little bit more, because once upon a time, Tabson was one of the biggest fraggers. And when you would talk about an in-game leader of this big unit with all these different rosters that they've gone through over the years, he was still a main contributor. Only 1 kill to his name so far. Still, we're only 9 rounds deep, about to get into 10, but if he can find some of that form, it's another key piece for them to work with. 2 of the 3 rounds they've won have been thanks to QB.
True.
A 4K and a crazy 3K transfer.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, in back-to-back rounds, just looking like an absolute stud.
All right, we're going to get a tactical timeout from Big. However you say his name, the coach of Big, taking a tactical timeout. Practice it in the mirror at home, guys.
What's his first name? Maybe we could just
We
do
could
that.
just call him by his first
Let's
name.
find out. I'm gonna Jimbify him. Kakafucs. His name's Alexander.
Okay.
That's easy.
Big Owl. Oh, no, wait, that's
Well,
you.
that's me. He's 35 years old. He's earned $2,900
Bang!
in his professional career.
That was a thing of beauty from Wox. I really like that little move. It's because you know that the teams are doing the smoke for the mid doors, and then they're doing the run throw for the cat molly. Ah, Counter-Strike, isn't it?
Counter-Strike.
All right, well, back to the default setup. Wildcard and Joda locking down B and mid. Long control taken for Eternal Fire. One more round and 7 on the CT side. That is very good for them on a map, as mentioned, they tend to struggle upon. Already played Dust2 6 times this year, only won it twice. Once against Fluxo at Bounty, and one against 3D Max and Katowice. Other than being losses to G2 Spirit, Virtus.pro, and FaZe.
I forgot to draw the comparison of Zentara's playing against his former teammates as well. I was hang on.
How long ago was he
and
in
who?
big?
When I say teammates, isn't it just Tabson at this point?
I think yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So, never mind. His old team.
His old org,
Yeah, yeah.
But that feels like a lifetime ago.
I just saw a news article from 2019 where Kankafu or Alexander said, "We're figuring out if Zentara should take German lessons instead of English."
I wonder how that went. Oh, they've been smoked off at a very poor timing. They're going to have to go through this most likely.
Okay, so with 35 left, you either walk through the smoke or you have 15
Well, they
seconds.
put a lurk smoke down to their own.
Okay, it still feels quite indicative of a finished B. They're not positioned well for this. Wildcard and Jota have got a lot of work to do. Here it comes. Good luck, have fun, Tabson. Oh, can't control it. Loses the duel, and oh my god, everyone's won their duel. Hyped included. Needed another one there on the spray. Jota a bit shy of ammo.
They get the bomb down this window, but they got to pick it up. They got to get it now.
Bomb, 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 bomb. 8 seconds. Hyped is not going to be able to do it. Neither will his teammate JDC unless he gets them both. They're right around the corner. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. No one's telling him the time. 7 easy for Eternal Fire. That felt, yeah, a little too easy.
I think the fact that they were happy to ignore the crisscross smoke, let Zentares pick that up on the fade and focus B was the difference maker in that situation.
Okay, JDC, that's crazy. We talked about the hoodie.
There's a lot of it. Woxic's doing it as well.
I know, but the hoodie is one thing. He's wearing like a jumper.
A cashmere sweater.
A sweater. That's a whole other level of it.
It could be cold in there.
What if it's itchy? Oh, God.
I don't think he'd be doing it if it's itchy.
If it's an itchy jumper and you've got a layer on top of it, it makes me uncomfortable just thinking about it. Close from Crimbo. Puts one into Woxic's shoulder.
Careful now, Wildcard. Worst case, pistols come poking through that smoke into mid to B and you lose the AWP.
Terrifying prospect. And I think, yeah, or they flood into short with a flashbang. So Zentara is also backing away. They don't have a flash, thankfully. So Wildcard will be able to pull the trigger and peace out. Yeah, he can see that premonition. He's aware that that's a possibility. Swaps to the USP, backs in, plays a safer angle.
Yeah, at this point, he should go back plat, and then Jota should pick up the mid to B slip with the rifle.
Yeah.
A bit more manageable. But either way, they've been funneled elsewhere. Some bangers on the D going to be required from JDC if they want to get in. Zentara is playing a passive line. It'd be, I was going to say picked up by the likes of Woxic, but Woxic's worrying about long doors, so it's Madja and Zentara's.
Oh, little scary for Madja, but he sorts it out. Crimbo's got one.
I think both are noted, so they can rotate towards this. And there you have it. Woxic dealing with the first, the second now spotted. JDC not punching in the digits. They're jumping up, looking for the fight. He'll grab one.
Ooh.
And that will be done. Very strong CT half. Very, very strong CT half.
Yeah, and I think the desk were highlighting they're like 1 and 4 or something recently, recent Dust2s. So probably feels like a necessity to show that they've gotten themselves, well, they've dusted themselves down, if you know what I'm saying.
I think one of the things when you have a weak map and a lot of teams are picking it against you, obviously it's something you're working on in practice, you're constantly doing VOD reviews on, and then they're even making positional changes. So you're getting probably the best type of practice, but that's risky. Wildcard goes for a fight. Hope to deliver the opener. wouldn't say 4's a certainty for Big, but this is one of the best opportunities they've had in a while.
Oh, this looks like a Tabson special.
It always has to be so tricky. Oh, almost another collat. That's even better.
He's just good, and he's hit another one through the doors. Quick double. The power of an AWP on CT side does too, demonstrated by a real, dedicated AWP up to the cause.
That was their 4th opening kill only, and you thought it was going to be enough to convert the round.
Of course you did. You won't even be faulted for thinking that until Woxic showed up. Centaurus versus JDC. Okay, how does he handle this? Now he's confirmed that, oh gosh, Crimbo's already killed your long player. Yeah, they're going to wrap in. Oh, Centaurus, you got a lot of work cut out for you. We're going to need some clean, precise taps and some synergy from Big Clan. Can they just synchronize on this fight? There's a nice little flash for his teammate. Oh. He still gets one. What an animal. Full blind. Just pulls and controls the spray. 2v2 on the retake. Woxy, you got any more for us? He's already delivered a double. Johto on the edge of the smoke, brought down by JDC. They know where Woxic was. They know where he can be. Now they hear his steps and missed shot. JDC secures it. A necessary recovery here from Big. 4 is all they have to work with. Crimbo 7. Yeah, I mean, QB basically won 2 of their 4 rounds.
Exactly. And this was that opener. So it was the AWPs doing a lot of damage early. Almost the double kill from Woxic. Just makes good on it, just with a shot through the door. The difference maker is this kill. Really nice shot there from Crimbo, and then he's toying with Zentaras, allowing his teammates to scale in. They even flash for him, so Crimbo just needed to steady the aim. That should have been his frag, but all in all, the 2v2 converted upon, and now a pistol round.
That might be the next priority. It's weird to see Tabs in 1 and 10. That's not something I've grown to expect.
Yeah, he needs to be contributing more. I think that goes without saying.
Yeah.
But I think that people should... I understand that they are a European team, right? Same as Eternal Fire. But I guess when we're just talking about national-based teams now, we almost need to give them their own exclusive conversation because they're just playing with the best that they can from their country. So for Big, I don't put them on the same pedestal as I would when I'm talking about European, aka international teams. Kind of feels strange. I'm still struggling to work that out in my mind. But
I see you, but like, yeah, I mean, there is a lot more.
Even Astralis as well.
Yeah, Astralis, national team, Pain, MIBR. Pistol starts with Tabson swinging out mid and calling it clear. Hype the same, nothing to report. They're going for a slow one here, EF, a methodical take.
So door smoke to help get the cat control. Magic and flash from back cat.
They didn't get to block it either, so that's a perfect smoke doors.
Oh, okay.
Damn, diligence.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to use the util later, but it really worried QB. This could be a big push.
Oh, spotted him now. Good shooting from Wicardia. Crimbo, the second player who realizes they may investigate. Back in towards the upper B. He's been spotted out. Does do a bit of damage. Really like a golden ticket now into the A site with the CT so concerned about that loss on Bs, and Tares finds hyped. Man, the fights have come to them.
Exactly, and it might make it difficult to put the round together. Where exactly are the CTs? You don't have a huge amount of information. I think you just need to group up and look for the finish so that at least you can trade. So 45 seconds on the clock, a 5v3 situation. Tabson parked at car. JDC over towards the mid doors, looking for a fight, trying to draw them back into something. Look to go mid to B.
Yeah, here they come. JDC forced away behind the smoke. 30 seconds. It will get awkward for EF. Oh, especially if Crimbo hits another one on this tunnels player. Turn around. Oh, pressure every side. Oh, Crimbo. A nice second, but it needed to almost be 3. An unrealistic, unrealistic goal. And not going to be realized as JDC hits a banger.
USP kills are very satisfying, aren't
they? But this one is next to impossible. Had that hit, I'd have changed my opinion. But this window player, Woxic, surely going to be ready for this one. And done. 9. Okay, well, that might be enough to kind of end the conversation about Dust2, dare I say it.
Yeah, and that's where Inferno does become not even a question mark, but a concern.
How so?
Well, yesterday, as we touched upon, Big started the series against FlyQuest, the Aussies, and they lost 13-1 on that very map. Now, they did end up winning the series, but they were blown out of the water on Inferno.
Maybe they're not morning guys. Maybe they need like an hour or two.
So you think they'll be bad on their own map pick of Dust 2 and then be good on Inferno next?
Yeah.
They'll have warmed into things?
Exactly.
Okay.
Saying that, I don't know. Woxic looks like me when he's just woken up. We've got the same energy. And he's still fragging up a Storm, so...
Yeah, the top of the scoreboard alongside Wildcard and Zentaras. Another forced situation for Big. At least they have information. Couple of tags from these scouts. They've invested upon 2.
Look how well informed that pre-aim on the smoke was. Oh. The luxury of having a talented sniper rifler on your team.
Oh, they're ahead of that. Way ahead of that, Crimbo.
Yeah, and he has that confirmed for him. There's Woxic, just a horrible threat and nuisance to Hyped. Every time he tried to get information long and try and draw first blood, he actually gets tagged or fragged.
Might have been a bit earlier than that nade as well. The only option they would have had to have cleared.
It's all coming and falling into place, isn't it? Looks good to be a 10th, and
saving an AK is JDC.
That's priority number 1.
Oh, wow. 10-4. Yeah, you can see the moments at which those rounds can get interesting, right? On the I'm gonna call it suicide. That's not suicide whatsoever. What do you call the long cross?
The long cross?
We used to call it penguin.
Where is long cross? Are you in from
when you're crossing?
When you go? Oh, sorry. When you're crossing long. I usually just say elevator, and then I know that's not.
Okay. Well, we used to call it penguin.
Penguin. Just the whole kind of cross.
As you're going, maybe Jay can get it. Jay, as you're crossing the gap.
Yeah, like which is normally smoke.
Yeah, we used to call, as you would cross this, we'd call it penguin because there was a Western Australian. I'm from Western Australia. We were quite divided in terms of the early days.
Yeah.
And I learned from the best team at the time, which was called 23.
Mm-hmm.
And their in-game leader was called Sass Trooper. His name's Danny Rogers. And he explained to me that they called it penguin because when you were looking at the cross from CT Spawn, it used to be a bit deeper in 1.6. It just looked like little penguin heads waddling across.
Oh, I don't hate that.
Yeah, so that's why we called it penguin.
Okay, maybe we do need to have a specific term for the cross. I mean, we just call it the cross, don't we?
Yeah. Is there any excitement in this one, Big, or are you about to be blown out?
I think this round is going to answer that question.
They are buying next round.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Next round might answer that question.
But this round's still somewhat threatening.
What's JDC doing with his AK-47?
Exactly.
He might have a chance onto Madja.
There's flashes from Tabson to try and set this up.
Do you drop the AK to someone healthier now?
You're the only one with head armor.
Yeah, oh, no, you got a second instead. Okay, respect to JDC. Ooh, oh, yep, the nade looks good. See you later. Woxic catches that one.
2v4.
A huge advantage for Big to seize control and make that lost pistol nothing more than a memory. Wildcard, however, finds Crimbo, takes some pressure onto the doors. A reaggress short available. Tabson and Hyped have managed to retrieve the JDC rifle, but that's a well-placed Molotov. Doesn't force Tabson wide from the spread. And they are going to triple swing. So now the question is, where is the last? And little do they know, he'll be planting on A.
He can win this. Look at the utility that he has.
Definitely.
So if he can get the bomb down, he's going to plant safe. That really limits his options in the post plant.
Yeah, you could have ended up taking short, plant for long.
I think the thing is they saw 2 with the death in middle, but they don't know where the 3rd was. So he was worried about potentially a player already closer.
Okay.
Still a good opportunity for Joda, though.
What can he do here? Flashbang thrown now, but still blocked by the smoke. Progressing up long. Tabson's really closed the gap now. Molly, and now focus on Tabson. He needs to kill Tabson before they swing. Oh, it's Hyped. Whew, running through the flames with the scout pressed to his eye, still gets the shot.
I think as soon as they see that, it's a great call for both of them to go. You can get players who end up in those situations, seeing it come, and then they delay it, and then they can't go. So, look, the most unlikely player getting the kill in that situation are Hyped. Makes it look specky. Well done from him. The new pickup in the sniper rifle department, making the scout sing. But it's all JDC with a saved AK. Set up with back-to-back flashes, gets 2 kills. The nade is great. Stepping out. If Wildcard gets 1, a much more manageable situation, but Hyped didn't feel like he stopped moving there. Seems to be conversation of the moment with CS2.
just got to keep swinging. I think it was Cadian just recently talking about that, saying his teammates are playing it right, quote unquote, by CS:GO terms, but you got to keep moving, stay active in CS2.
Yeah, I think that there's a bit of a two-pronged problem. One is I don't want to try and diagnose it myself. It could be a netcode thing, it could be an engine thing, I'm not sure.
But what's the result?
Well, obviously you hear players talking about the peaker's advantage. I think that as you just touched upon, in the way the game is played right now, you're better off always doing something. I think that's just generally a better philosophy, because you're the one who will be dictating the moment and the motion. And then there's the contributing factor of the game not rewarding holding angles as much as previous iterations. So it's those two things combined, I think, is why we do get that sentiment from the players.
And holding angles feels like kind of fundamental to Counter-Strike. It feels like it's one in the foundational layer of Counter-Strike.
Some would say.
Some would say. Oh, that's...
He's had a tough...
I think he is the one that looks like he hasn't woken up yet. Like
2 kills for Tabson.
Yeah, that looks really rough. Looked like it was kind of... You know when you're having a conversation and playing CS and you kind of get a little bit distracted, you kind of focused on the conversation instead of your crosshair?
Usually it's the other way around.
It looks... Yeah. Well, for some of us, I definitely could have... If I'm trying to like... When you're not there, Chad, I have to try and be Chad Birchall when I'm herding chickens, right? In the realms of Counter-Strike. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the mini-map.
Leading?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's different. I thought you meant you were talking about something completely unrelated.
Oh, no.
No, you're talking, okay.
Okay, you're going to do this. Hey,
yeah,
could you do that? And I'm like trying to communicate all these things, and then, they're out mid.
Exactly.
I'm an idiot, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a symptom of in-game leader brain. So you might be suffering.
Yeah, well...
Send you have to go see a specialist about that.
It's such a relief when someone else can use their brain and I can just be a little idiot staring at my crosshair. 11-5 though, gotta say that Eternal Fire have certainly woken up on the right side of the bed. This is Big Clan's pick. And despite a little bit of a little burst of success, thanks to JDC on that Hero AK, they come into the full guns and it's worse.
Yes. So there was an opportunity to start leveling the playing field, wasn't there? But unfortunately, now that they have, sure, they won the lighter investment. They have money to go for the buy in this one. But you lose this, it's over.
Oh, he hits that. If he out-orbs hyped with a scout, that's just walks it going. That's it. It's happening.
Southpaw Sniper.
Yep. Hype cannot catch a break versus Woxing right now. That's twice. Hype has been trying to take fight long, take fight doors, and Woxing just says, nah, man, you got to fight, get through me first. And who's that? Hang on, we've got another AWPer in the mix.
Tabs and Maz will try anything at this point.
When in doubt,
right?
AWP it out.
Look, boys, it ain't working.
Yes, he's got it. Oh, bloody hell.
The shot whistles past the ear.
Whistles. A second chance, perhaps. QB, got any more? No, he doesn't. Centaurus.
Sad for QB, responsible for 2 of the 5 rounds.
Yeah, respect to QB, man.
I don't know how many more kills he's gotten outside of those 2, because one was a 4K on A and the other was a 3K. So he's got 1 more kill out of those 2 rounds. Well, Tabson's probably going to save. And that'll be 12. 180. All right, everybody. Not the action-packed start of the day that you were probably all hoping for on your Sunday. Inferno might deliver us a little bit more, or you can go check out the secondary stream. That's 3D Max taking on MIBR, France versus Brazil.
I got France for that one. What are you saying? MIBR the underdogs in that match.
Yes, you're correct. That would be a reasonable synopsis of the scenario.
I suspect.
Ancient, Inferno, and Anubis are the 3 maps being contested upon, and that is twitch.tv/PGL_CS2. We're on twitch.tv/PGL. You can also watch on Kick, on YouTube.
Cool.
I'm not sure if there are other platforms.
Maybe Facebook.
Maybe Facebook. I did intentionally search out to see if it was on Kick last night. So when I referenced it today, that I could say it was on Kick. Yeah, but I'll be honest, I don't use my Facebook account, so I didn't go and look on Facebook.
I've never been on Kick before.
Kick.com.
It's a cool URL, I guess.
Yeah, I put in kick.tv for some reason. Like, that's not the website I was looking for.
Oh, Admiral Bulldog's online.
Isn't he a Dota player?
Yeah.
Is he playing Dota?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's working right now.
Well, you could call it that. You could say he's playing.
Yeah. Maybe call it playing.
Yeah, I'd call it playing.
That would probably be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In our world,
working's a big word.
Work's not the word that I'd
word.
use for what any of us do.
No.
To be completely honest.
You're right.
Final round, potentially, maybe.
Potentially, maybe, not really, because the corner smoke's looking like something I've thrown. Corner smoke, guys.
Hey guys, let me just practice my corners.
You can swing. Yeah, you can swing, I think, on that.
Oh dear.
And
no, but honestly, just for everybody. Oh, hold up, there's a death here. There's a, we'll wait till. Okay. So when you do, oh, it's over.
Oh, I wanted to learn about the corner smoke. Can you finish the lesson in 2 kills?
No, we'll do it next
All
time.
right, next time. Tap set, down and out. Can I communicate exclusively with just QB's name for the end of the cast? I'm going to start with
Okay.
QB. That's a good start.
That feels like up against it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you do the name and I'll narrate.
Okay. QB.
Shot from behind, no chance. 13-5 in favor of Eternal Fire on their opponent's map choice. Dust2 looking good to start the day, and our panel are 2. Let's head over to Richard.
Oh, that's a nice little compliment to send that across. Thanks, dude. That's really nice.
Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Yeah, we've been
inside.
reading the forums in our green room. That's like the nicest thing anyone said about us.
Walk down the cobbled streets.
And they try and dish out a 13-1, the same as FlyQuest did yesterday to the Germans. This was the first map of the series to start the day, and likely why Eternal Fire have taken it here. Now,
looks like the morale's good in the big camp. We heard Thompson talking about it in HLTV interview, just talking about how they feel like a team, which has sometimes been absent in previous big clan lineup.
yeah, Counter-Strike is very mental. I understand, obviously, you need to be good players with strong output, but the cohesion within a roster, the way that you feel about one another, sure, you can treat it more like a job.
You can.
But I think the best way for things to function is if it has a great team atmosphere. And we are going straight into a shift walk down mid, a Biff, a brawler battle.
Now, this is going to be worked out and dealt with by QB.
There's plenty more. Are they expecting this many bodies?
Wow, this has gone perfectly for the Glocks. This could not have gone any better. And Woxic, he manages to put 1 blemish on the mark. It's not going to be more. Tabson even getting a nice strong start. So one I'm going to be keeping my eyes on into the second map. Player I've been seeing on my screens for my entire career. He's been around. He's been around as Tabson.
So you're going to keep watching him is what you're saying?
I'm going to keep watching him. And I also would like to see him succeed because,
okay,
you know, he kind of had a lot of this whole, what's the word, talent. And
okay, hold up a second.
Okay.
Alex, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
So, yeah.
He could have been an in-game leader of an international team multiple times.
Yeah.
He chose not to. He wanted to do it for Germany.
For Deutschland.
Exactly. So, you come on now.
Yeah, okay. Aber, what I was trying to say was, he's got to do better than Dust2.
It hopefully will be better than Dust2.
He's probably halfway there already. Well, he
got 4 kills at the end of Dust2, so he is making a step in that correct direction.
Okay, they got apps control. You've got that. You've got top banana and apps. What isn't this like a dream for a T side? What do you do now?
The nightmare would be executing blind.
So one of them, a little Molotov towards the porch side.
So they're going to get the brackets control, but they've just left JDC and Banana on his own. So you're getting brackets for free. They're not contesting for it. Nade trickles out. Light damage onto 2. And as mentioned, you don't want to execute blind, but so far they found nothing. So if you put yourself in their shoes, they haven't seen anything. They haven't found any resistance. Over towards B, a smoke's just dropped. JDC backpedaling now to join this A attack. They are going to go into the stack.
Yeah, this can go wrong very, very quickly. Smokes will have to be good, and so will the opening. QB late arriving long. Jota's getting active towards apartments. This is what Crimbo's waiting for. Oh, the timing. He just starts to prepare his next peek. Jota catches him. Wrapping long contact. It's a stack. It's a stack. It feels like a stack, but you've got to commit now. You've got to hit your shots. QB and Hyped have done so, but that Centaurus up on the box delivers. It's not the perfect weapon for the job. A scout. It's just not the one. And Mad just 5-7. Last of all. Does manage to take down the first of the 1v3. And oh man, it comes down to a leaping Mac 10.
Look at the stress on tabseN. Madja was so close. That's the thing that caught them off guard. They dealt with the stack, but there was one more piece where they just came from straight up short. So decent timing from Madja, but couldn't stick the landing on the 1-on-3. Gave them a bit of a jump scare, a bit of a fright. But that should be the eco now. CT side will have to relinquish control of the finances, hand over the third round for free. But a lot of investments to be made for big. They've heavily gone into Mac 10s. It'll be 2 AK-47s to complement that. And during this eco, we'll have a shout out to one of our viewers.
Yeah?
It was Valentine's Day not long ago, Alex.
Oh, yeah?
And we were discussing that on the broadcast.
We did.
And I said losing from 11-4 up would be worse than having your girlfriend break up with you on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You did say that.
I did say that. And there was a Zeus kill in the mix here, so please don't win a ton of fire. This is a PSA.
Yeah.
This is a shout out to a gentleman who entered my Instagram DMs. And I won't name drop him. He didn't say don't, but maybe he doesn't want it out there.
Yeah. But to our anonymous.
Well, we'll use his first name, William.
Yo, Billy.
William sent me a message. William said, just heard what you said about Valentine's Day. My girlfriend just broke up with me on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Which is also my birthday.
Oh.
I'd probably rather lose 11-4 up, but it is close.
Oh, William, I'm truly sorry that happened to you. That sounds like a really rough day. But what's great is...
Why'd she break up with her not only on Valentine's Day, but the birthday as well? That's cruel.
She's saving money on gifts, isn't she?
Yeah, but even if you don't have to give gifts, you could have just iced him out. You didn't have to do the deed on Valentine's birthday.
At least she was direct and didn't, you know, fanny about with this like, oh, we're acting different for a couple of months.
Well, it depends on how. Let me have a look. How old is William? I can't tell how old William is.
Oh my God, the doodad stays and the bomb goes.
We saw that yesterday.
Yeah, I only just learned about the sausage man.
Yeah, I reckon William's probably in his mid-20s.
Mid-12. Okay, it's rough. It's rough
yeah,
out
but
there
that's
for
okay.
William. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Will.
If he was in like his mid-30s, I can understand. It's like, yeah, fine, who cares? It's just another birthday.
Yeah,
it's just Valentine's Day. Who cares? But come on.
Like simultaneous, you know, it's a day about love. Everyone's posting like, oh, look how happy I am in my relationship. And you're sitting there like, oh, mine's all gone. Like, it's hard. Comparison is the thief of joy, but sometimes you can't control comparison.
Well, we're into the gun rounds. And just quickly before we get into the frags, Zuma Stennis says, girls are temporary, CSS forever.
Yo, preach.
Put that on a mug. Ship it. I'll buy it.
Alibaba.
Well, the first exchange not working out for Big. tabseN giving over his life with a very aggressive B gambit. It was all the way up banana extremely quickly.
Okay, we've got a cool here. Not to be confused with a tall box.
I've taken too long on this Big. The rotation's back around the world.
Yep. That block smoke on apps did its work and then some. Was QB lining anything up? No, he's just anti. So Bacardi's going to tuck into sights, and Tara's and Joe to maintain brackets control. So it's going to be all really hinging off of this flash. Oh, the timing on this block util has been perfect from EF.
So they're going to commit in still. Hype needs to hit this shot.
Not easy. Look at what he's...
No, it's a hard crossfire.
Easy track. Traded. QB, good work. Jokes is still there. Oh, it's not looking good at all for Big here. Piece by piece, player by player. They get locked down. And you're right, just taking too much time. We got to see that like lovely bit of hang time for two players to reinforce and bolster, calcify that A-bomb site.
It felt to me that there was enough info from tabseN that they could have started collapsing, but I guess the entry points, as you were highlighting, were too difficult, or they didn't want to risk breaching through. But instead, it just peters out to this. Now, with the 3-round start, they still do have enough for a buy. It's not... Oh, it's not actually going to be a buy at all. It's going to be hanging around in spawn.
QB? Yeah, you got him.
Checking. Okay, so they are slow. Oh, I hate this. So they didn't make up their mind in freeze time of what they were going to do.
Tamsin did, because he got some nades and Kev.
Yeah, but he's the in-game leader. He doesn't even have to talk. He's still right.
Okay, well, there's nothing really to be said about this one.
We'd hope not for Eternal Fire's sake.
One can only assume.
Hurry up and wait should be the tagline of Inferno until it gets to overtime. As everybody yesterday witnessed in the... Oh, he missed the nade.
Oh, bother.
I think he missed the nade. I don't think that was the intended trajectory. But the MongolZ versus Wildcard game yesterday was very entertaining, I thought. That was definitely one of my favorite games of PGL Cluj-Napoca 2025 so far. Okay, another smoke for Magic to work with. Rotation point of Zantara's on the way back over. Magic just playing as a sentry right now. Worst case, he gets a dig bullet between the eyes.
Oh, they got that. That's mission accomplished. But actually, he's fine. 40 seconds, you drop that. You've got 3 players on A.
Exactly. And then it's just about mowing them down. We're talking...
Tech 9.
Yeah, with head armor and everything else is lacking exactly that. So they should be shredded.
Can he find them all, Jota? Oh, yes.
Is that cicadas in pit with Jota?
I heard them as well. You ever seen, what are they called? Fireflies in real life?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Seen cicadas, though.
I've never seen a cicada.
Plenty of those around the beach.
They make nice sounds, though.
Well,
not if you're trying to sleep.
I don't know if I would say nice.
No? Quite soothing. Like a little grasshopper, aren't they? Or are they just a bit more annoying?
Yeah. They're a bit more annoying.
Do you think we're going to be eating bugs before we die?
Well, you could now if you wanted to.
I know, but like,
what if
Southeast Asian does it become like a necessity?
No, I don't think so. I think
okay.
we'll be fine.
All right. Well, Chad says it's cool, guys.
I think everything's going to be all right, guys.
Okay, so you go. You heard it here first.
Life's pretty good.
Life's all right. You don't have to eat bugs if you don't want.
We're all here watching a video game together on a Sunday. Like, I think things are going all right.
Gotta chill.
For all of us, it could be worse.
It could be worse. You're right.
Well, this nade's going to do some more damage. Bang! Down the back pocket, JDC. 16 points of health. Hyped is quite aggressive, but Woxie's been getting the better of him. And again, it always feels like he gets a little bit of arm, a little bit of something.
He's just better. Years of being a professional sniper rifler at the top of Counter-Strike. Ooh, that's a lot of Jota. Gets himself one, though. Woxie's go. Yeah, he knows he's got to stay active. A powerful line drawn in the sand. Smoke. He responds with a nade and a break. Peeks on the other side of it. He's delayed them with his nades. Just a flash and a HE, but he's used them both to
They're backing off.
Great success.
Where are you going, gentlemen?
That just got your door locked. Nice find. Crimbo changes it. Wicardia puts his hand back on his mouse as he realizes they're coming his way. Does he go early? Does he let him pass?
You have to let him pass. As they run up banana, 2 kills available. 30 seconds. Oh, Wicardia!
Gets them both! Round over. JDC, what are you supposed to do?
Well, he can try and chase him down, but Wicardia can just go burrow into the B side. The bomb has to get picked up. He has to finish B. He doesn't have to actively play the bomb, but this is cheeky.
Okay, so he's just going to molly and run away. Yep. Oh, God. Oh, that's brutal for JDC. What a horrible way to lose it.
Just go sit in ruins right now. Round over.
Yep, JDC's already accepted it. He's just like, oh, I know where I know where you're going.
I'll take the AWP, I guess. If I can find it, which I can. Okay. Something's better than nothing.
Sure, but I mean, for Wicardia, that was, I mean, lovely play from the 2B defenders. One pushes up, locks the door. Should it go wrong? They don't really have the time to be fully diligent on that clear of the underpass. This is an important kill from Crimbo, but yeah, this wins the round. You can see, who was it? One of them turned around.
And it was like,
knife out, screaming, behind,
moments before disaster.
Well, you get an AWP, at least, I guess. Let's see if maybe Hype can start kind of winning his head-to-head with Woxie. I would almost guarantee Woxie's got the edge.
I reckon his tagline should be, let's get hyped.
Yeah, that's really original. I like that.
I think when he gets an entry kill, you need to open with that.
Get hyped!
Or no, it should maybe a double.
What about he gets a kill, I just go, hyped, bring the hype!
That's not bad either.
That's not bad. Nice little machine original, that one.
Harry did the oops, there goes Gravity the other day with Gravity.
Oop, there goes Gravity.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think he came up with that one too.
Yeah. And then when he loses, you go, oh, there goes gravity.
I'm sure there's something.
He's mad, but he... Mobile home, that's where he...
What?
That's how the song goes.
Oh, sorry.
Something about a rabbit. Rabbit, that was his nickname. You know this song. You've seen 8 Mile.
Yeah.
You've seen 8 Mile.
Actually, I haven't.
No?
No.
Captain America gets humiliated because he went to private school.
I haven't seen 8 Mile.
And his parents have a really good marriage. No?
Nah.
Bruv. Okay. You got to watch 8 Mile. That's a banger. That's a classic. Never mind. Never mind. I'm going to move on.
Rogue has asked you to cast the game, please, machine.
Okay, hang on. 10 players in the server, all with weapons.
What's the score, though?
Sorry, you're right. 4 on the CT side for Eternal Fire, a map up. So that means this is the second map of the first series of the day here at PGL Cluj-Napoca 2025. That's 2025. That's how many years have passed. Nice bit of damage. Puts him onto 41 points of health. Zentaris, 9 bullets as a nade does 5 damage. He'll back away from the half wall as Zentaris and Magic get naded, but Tabson's good for a double kill. B site is open. Bomb is on his back. It's all up to Wicardia. He's going to do it. He's trying to be there. The drive-by from Wicardia. Hyped gets hyped. And he's going to be planting the bomb. This is massive. I hope you're having a good Sunday, because hyped certainly is.
All right, well, 2v3 retake.
Fucking exhausting, though. Why are we doing that?
See?
Come on. We have to do that all the time?
What you get paid for?
I mean, I guess.
They're going to save.
No, but we have to make sure you're casting.
They're saving.
Yeah,
I'm
but
casting that.
Yo, you're saying that as a caster. Yeah, okay. Woxic saving.
It's actually pretty good that he was ready for the lurk. I'm surprised that Woxic was ready for the lurk. Well done, Woxic. I'll give you that one. Now, they've got finances for the buy. We'll be tying things up 4-4. Joda's going to get himself an AK. A little bit disappointing for Madra and Zentaris not to get one, and you also saw the mouse wheel come into play. Are you guys at home a mouse wheel up or a mouse wheel down?
I'm a downer.
Okay. I think I'm... actually don't know. I don't know if I'm up or down. It's because it becomes one of those intuitive things. I think I'm down as well. Up seems strange, doesn't it?
Up feels wrong. I think anyone that's gone, I'm jumping up, so I should scroll up. I'm
some people have both, up and down.
Which I think is fine. If you can do KZ, you've got good movement, do you.
I think you also need, I don't know what you would use because your keyboard, because you're left-handed, but I think you also need to have another key. So people still have like down or up.
I've run out of keys.
Yeah, you've got a problem.
I have run out of keys.
They're going to run out of money if they... Actually, no, they've got plenty of cash. They have enough for another buy if they lose this Eternal Fire. So for Big, it is going to be a hard way back into this one. This is more direct, however, setting up for what could be an A-Wrap. Zentara's going to join Woxic. Wicardia here as well.
Yeah, okay, QB, what have you got? Missed shot from the AWP, but Wicardia down anyway. Great awareness and adjustment from QB. Bombs on the back of Tabson long side, so this wrap should be good to at least get ahead of that smoke, and it's Jota that has to take that duel. Does put Tabson low, on notice now. Bad.
Sketchy.
Very sketchy. Jota, they knew where he was. He still manages to get one, but the save is already looking likely. Zentara's piecing out, Mad just sticking around for a moment. But Big Clan make it 5. That's 5 to Big.
One of their better calls, they were ahead of the rotation this time. The criticism that we had earlier on in the piece was they had tabs and run all the way... Hold up. He didn't see him.
Can you imagine you get shot in the side of the head?
Yeah, Zentaris is going to be pretty...
Oh, can we cut?
He must know it's possible.
Can we cut to Oh, no. Well, now it gets interesting.
Does QB go back? No, he doesn't.
Oh, my God. How does Madja benefit from that?
I don't know. But Zentaris is still going to die. Watch this. Stay on Zentaris, Cam.
Can we cut to Zentaris?
Watch how mad he's going to be. QB's going to try and knife him? QB, just kill him.
Man.
What is Zentaris looking like?
Where he come from, man?
I would love a reaction of Zentaris.
No, I can't really do an Zentaris impression.
I don't think he sounds like that. He
sounded Eastern European. I don't know why I've done that, but oh, he's cool. He's still cool.
Could be worse. He's still a wired mouse gamer.
He's also got a small mouse pad. That's kind of. It looks a bit small. I'm not here to shame anyone's mouse pad.
You were dongle kinking the other day.
What was I doing?
Dongle shaming.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, no, it's a reasonable size mouse pad. Average, if anything, probably.
Bigger in the lead.
Yeah. Thanks.
You don't say that often.
No, but this is great because now their coach, Alexander, gets a chance.
Gets a chance on the back. Thanks to Faber, the coach. I wonder what Faber's name
Faber.
is. Rhymes with Saber.
Do you think we can pronounce it?
I know that I definitely can't, but I think that you potentially could.
Okay, let's have a look. Sorry about the keyboard sounds, guys. Welcome to my ASMR stream. No, that's a challenge, I'll tell you that much.
Is it? But it's kind of like engine.
Sezgin.
Sezgin sounds right.
Sound right.
If there's any Turkish translators in the chat, let us know. Did we do it right? Sezgin?
Sezgin. I don't know if it's that or... Yeah, I don't think it's Gin. I think Gin sounds wrong. So we'll go for Gin. A little bit of tonic. Oh! Yes,
okay.
There it is. That's one for the head-to-head.
Yeah, felt a little bit desperate there. I think lacking information. They didn't have banana control at that point, so Woxic went looking in case there was a lot more bodies. Now they're giving one over. Gonna have to draw one back. If they lose a lot of space, it might just have to be another save. And again, if you covered the wildcard game yesterday, you're aware that there was a lot of that going on. But when the game gets down to the dire moments and it gets a little bit more tense, it does become crazy. Inferno becomes action-packed. Just kind of have to wade through these opening stages. And that's the way it goes, because the players are always going to take the percentages, or not always, more often than not. I think we're right.
No, it's just funny that someone said it's with G in quotes. Like, yeah, well, yeah, I can see how it's spelled. It's about how the G is pronounced. My G, if you know what I'm saying.
Gin was correct.
Gin. Yeah, okay.
Gin was correct?
No, Gin. The second Gin. Oh, Gin was correct.
Yeah. Says
people stop saying
is correct.
Oh,
says Gin is
not says Gin. Gin.
It's not like Gin.
It says Gin.
Oh, it is Gin.
It is Gin.
Okay, so I see. No, that's fine. We learned something today. Anyway, Jodo has to ace. Alex, he needs an ace.
Okay. I will cast if he gets one. He does not. So
it's going to be a save.
Okay.
And that's okay. Big will get 6. They have to plant.
It's GIF, guys. It's GIF. It's
still plenty of time to spare. And now they might even hunt. So the loss bonus, if we can take a little bit of a looky-loo. 2,400 going into the next round. So will be imperative, I think that's a good word, for them to hold on to these rifles. JDC's already noted the safe haven of the church. Imagine if you went into the church. We used to just call that ruins or construction. Now it's fully fledged.
I prefer to call it chapel.
Okay, chapel's fine.
It's the scaling.
But I was just more... and it could be of any religion.
Yes.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not, no. But it would just say, for argument's sake, what if you went in there and then you couldn't shoot?
Oh, I like that.
No guns in church.
Yeah.
Or the chapel.
I just think it's a bit sus that there's like a TV, cigarettes and booze all in the chapel.
Well, let's not get started on that, shall we?
No, you're right. And of course, it's CS Source on the TV as well.
Yeah. You know what type of people you're dealing with in there, don't
you? Yeah. Wow, okay. Sezgin is calling his second timeout.
I wonder what Alexander is saying on the other side.
I do. I'm thinking Alexander's got a lot to say. I will say that Alexander's approximate total winnings are higher than that of Sezgin.
Okay, well...
2,000 for Alexander.
Okay. I wonder how accurate that is.
I don't think it is.
Well, I guess it's just any HLTV tournaments, right? So if things you won, but not
and they don't know the
HLTV.
cuts. They don't know any of this.
That's true.
It's all just an
there's some assumptions being made by HLTV, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, so Eternal Fire, you can work... Well, not this again. The bar is 5, but we've seen teams work with less.
Oh, yeah. You might have to move your bar, mate.
Yeah, the bar is always on the road. I think... Here's what's going to happen. Eternal Fire, off the back of this adjustment, they're going to tie the half up 6-6.
Okay. Well, Woxic dying first can't happen again. There's that really threatening mid-smoke. We saw thrown yesterday as well. Forces 2 players to kind of tend to both sides of that mid-smoke. Yeah,
wasted incendiary.
Misthrown incendiary and a very effective Molotov to force the AWP back. Does Woxic stick around? This feels brave. This is brave. Tight line, though. This is a very powerful angle. Hard to see him not getting one, or if not, getting away. Xantares has got the reaction util, so he can block. Flash for the swing. Woxic forced away. Peek back in.
think you're a little bit disappointed there if you're Woxic. You would have loved to have held that because now, as you can see him acknowledging, they can sweep over to his left-hand side. So that does make it a lot more annoying for the AWP when the smoke clears. It's no longer just one line that you have to worry about. So they've applied so much pressure towards B. There's 50 seconds on the clock. They're pretty grouped up at the moment. 3-2 split. Now the 3 becoming the apartments. So it looks like we'll see a waterfall out. You're going to have to get past Jota, who has an MP9.
It's a good weapon for the job.
And then you've also got Wakandia there with a FAMAS. Oh, that's a missed library smoke. Oh, so blind.
Good flash,
Everyone's
good flash. Ah, what's happening?
Teammate.
He's shooting his mates. It's all good in the Eternal Fire Hood. They've weathered the first. Now a second wave. Tabson with a double kill into the site. Bomb is loose in mini
They
pit.
should be able to
It's on the
plant.
balk. It's on the balk. Parkour up.
They've been given the good graces. The bomb can get planted. This is very winnable.
Certainly is. Hyped and Tabson, the newest addition to the big clan. And the oldest member of the big clan. What we got here? Barrel bait did nothing. Hype just got a warning, but a little bit overzealous on that second. Didn't need to extend in. Makes it hard, but not impossible for Tabson to have a high-impact round. One bullet's all Zentares needs, and it's all he uses. Just gets it done. A 5th round for Eternal Fire, albeit close. A nice attempt from Tabson. Clawed us back into contention with a triple kill round. We'll see his double here. So, yeah, very blind. The blindest you could be. And Madger and Wakandia getting that handle.
Wakandia does really well. He started shooting at Jota. Jota started shooting at him.
It's Wakandia's fault. It's all Wakandia. Jota was reacting to the FAMAS in the back of his head.
He does very well to get a multi-kill there.
does.
So great stuff from Wakandia. And as mentioned, that timeout helping them profit into a round. So it's been streaks. 3 for Big out the gates with the pistol and the conversions. 4 on the trot for Eternal Fire. 3 back. So will we continue? Or will Big get one before the halftime break? Now, we're only doing a minute halftime break, so you don't have to leave, go to the bathroom, you can hang around.
You can go to the bathroom, though. You don't need our permission. Oh, that's rude, isn't it? Crimbo's just not had a fun half. Zentares ensures it stays that way for the final round of their attacking campaign. Will it be just 6 is all they get?
Now it's Wakandia and Jota at B.
For some reason.
Yeah, okay, so quite fluid with this defense. You might want to start blocking. They just boosted over the mid-smoke and didn't see anything. Zentares also went aggressive second middle, and that's well-timed. That will buy them the chance to at least reconfigure if they would hope. Util, now in the sky. Wakandia has another smoke and a flash to work with. There's 2 Molotovs available. JDC ready to push, and here we go.
See what Jota and McCarty can get done. Nothing for the both of them. JDC bulldozes his way in.
Got to go for this retake.
Flattens the defense. Zentares is still alive, though, and Madger is going to be coming in from Banana's side. Woxic has vision, only for a moment, now blocked by that smoke CT. Ooh, he can kind of knock the bomb out and stops it. Oh, can't get another. Tabson will swing through, catches his former teammate Lakin. Woxic walks on up. Seems like a guarantee, but that changes quickly if Woxic's good for a smoke shot onto Tabson. M4 available if you wanted to spam the smoke, but he's just knifing out and walking away. Let's Madger start to cook. Perfect onto height. Good trade from Tabson. Certainly looks to have woken up into map 2. And Woxic, had he naded first oranges, JDC would have been a dead man. Missed chance, and 7. Reasonable. 7 for Big as they are looking to take us the distance here.
Yeah, potentially a miscommunication there in their post plant. The fact that Hype's in the open to Banana just goes down for free.
Yeah, that looked a bit silly, didn't it?
Yeah, so it might not have understood exactly what was being covered. Thought Tabson may have had it from Coffins, and you could have had from first oranges JDC watching the smoke lurk, but doesn't matter.
Do you agree with Carrigan that it doesn't matter if you bait teammates if you win?
Unless you're doing it all the time and you're just the one player on the team who's constantly the beta.
Yeah, like if you deliberately...
In certain scenarios, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's fine for you to just be the #1 baity boy.
Like in a 2v1, when I just did say play 2 1v1s. Like imagine you haven't got a teammate. That's like, those are the kind of...
I don't even think that's baiting your teammate. That's just making sure that you're playing not for a crossfire, right? Yeah. You're playing in a situation where you have to acknowledge every single one of your problems.
Yeah.
Normally you'd want to say something like that in a scenario where you're disconnected from each other and you can't play together.
Like, are we playing the sites? You know, are we gambling one side? But
yeah, and I think the sentiment of, right, baiting a teammate to convert the round, you're always going to take the round win unless you're a stat pad Andy. And there are some players who truly care about like HLTV stats. Actually, I say there are some. It's probably more than people would imagine. But at the end of the day, it's about the victory. It's not about how good your green number looks like on a website.
Yeah, true.
You're here to win. You're not here to, you know, have the highest
But
number.
number on website go up does make brain go brr.
Also I would say that there are probably some really lazy managers and people who scout are there who just look at. There are some really good ones too. Don't get me wrong.
Shout out to Messioso one time.
Wow, hold up. Oh, okay.
Good ones.
I thought,
you
yeah,
said.
but you enacted his name in it. Anyway, be execute.
Yep, that's what we got. Tabson to block. He has got a smoke on the pistol. Oh, and they've even got the flash as well. So if
But you're going to run through it.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, because you are going to run through it, but then QB's going to do the bounce flash. This could be cool. This could be cool. They both have to hit their shots, though. When does he throw it?
It's Molly's.
Now. Flash, out, Tabson, swing, and they're disappearing in the smoke. It's gone wrong. It was a cool idea. They knew what was up, and it's only 2 from the dual Berettas. In the end of things, just about squeezes it out.
Well, Hyped always likes to go for a fight. So right now, I expect him to have a look. Smoke's faded, first duel. Crimbo's here as well.
Could be a big fight for Hyped. Oh, not the first bullet from Wildcard. We'll have to back away. Magic tucked new box. It seems like it's good. Looking good here. Perfect from Wildcard to wrap it up, and it's going to be Magic. Closes things down. Eternal Fire taking necessary pistol, with Big Clan having the edge in that first half.
Okay, so we split the pistols on this one. Map number 1. Both the pistols went in favor of Eternal Fire. So in the series so far, 3 out of the 4. And I love that little maneuver. The flash comes and they both just hide in their own smoke and then reinitiate. So that little detail makes a huge difference. Even though QB gets the double, it's not enough.
The layering, deliberate or otherwise, you know, Zantara's being later out of that smoke. Those 2 players have drawn his crosshair and he just shoots him in the side of the head. It's it worked out wonderfully for them. Despite I thought the big idea was quite cool. There's a way to handle B pistols.
I do like to see, Maui was bringing this up on the desk, right? How big in certain scenarios can be like perfectionists who need everything. Yeah, it always needs to be a flash or always needs to be the correct Molotov set. And I've been saying for years that I think that this team needs to back their individuals a little bit more and play scenarios more individual or confidently. Depends on really how you want to frame it. You can't always just get away with outmaneuvering and having a really nice smoke. And I think that seeing them go for more force buys is exactly that. I had a problem early on, like Azza and Yam would have to be like, hey Chad, we got to stop playing like it's 2010 and you just take a hard eco. We need to start force buying and try and challenge and go toe-to-toe with these guys aim-wise. Now, this is 10 years ago.
Damn. Yeah,
but in terms of big, they're in one of these teams as well who has more curious economical approaches too, in scenarios where other teams would go, hey, look, we can get an AK, a Galil, and a couple of Tech 9s, and we'll buy and we can win this. They'll go, hold up, let's just get a couple of pistols and we'll full buy next round. So they're still, that was quick.
Looks good. From Hype's POV, Wicardia hits a banger, and I mean, with the only AK in the mix, or rather 2 of them, he's going to juggle that over, given the low HP from the leg shot. QB searching middle will suspect that they are going to be close to Tabson as they wrap on in. He will catch Major off guard, and that is a little awkward. He had the bomb on his back, and if you waste all your bullets with the Mac 10, this is getting sketchy. Certainly a little bit. Jota saved them. Wow, a little bit of a tense moment there. Bomb retrieved as he scoops it up with a couple of seconds to spare. There was a real opportunity for that to go wrong for Eternal Fire. And now Crimbo probably going to be satisfied with just taking that AK-47. Take it home.
Okay, well, we are going to be all tied up here in the MCG.
You say MTG?
MCG.
Oh.
Melbourne Cricket Ground.
Damn. Magic the Gathering, though.
Ah, that is on your mind. What would this be? There'd be the PGL Studios, Bucharest, so the PSB.
The PSB?
We're all tied up here in the PSB as JDC very noisily takes down Zentaras, gets himself a lovely little upgrade, and for those of you playing at home, he had some good impact with a saved AK over on the Dust 2.
The Dust 2. Makes it sound more official. I like that. Yeah.
The PSB.
PSB.
PGL Studios Bucharest.
I'm excited to to see a playoffs on Romanian soil. It's been many years.
It has been. I remember I did a DreamHack Bucharest many years ago. Many. I think it was the first year that I started, so it was late 2016.
But there was definitely
an analyst.
A Counter-Strike scene here.
For sure. Lots of Romanian Counter-Strike players.
Yeah, we had a guy walk up to us last time we were here and was listing every Romanian Counter-Strike player.
Yeah, in Trick Shot.
Yeah, the bar. Cool dude. Centaurus, chipped away at, will not be able to operate to the best of his capacity at 42.
Look at this. They're using both AKs forward. Crimbo and Apartments, JDC and Banana. He has to take a fight.
And there is that fight. Jota gets away. JDC, though, this is a little forward. It's both of them trying that aggression, and he's done well on his side of the map. Can't say the same about the other.
But Crimbo's still alive.
Yeah, he's actually going to be in a position to catch Wakardi's short walk. I say that.
But the bomb still has to come. So if the bomb comes up mid...
Oh, he could lose it again. Last time it was Madja that lost the bomb to a Crimbo mid-push.
Well, they know Crimbo was in Apartments.
So... Oh,
poor Crimbo.
Strike. It's not cool, man. Timing's just a joke. Unfair.
Now smoked off.
He's
deep.
Just,
it is deep. He can still fight.
Wait. They're uncomfortable. Oh. Made a bit of a meal of that. Very swift. MAC 10, hard to track, and Wakardi knows where you are.
If he can get out, saving the AK is okay, right? It's going to bolster this CT gun round. It's going to mean that they can definitely be full utiled out of their minds, as well as having the AK bullet to the head. And people in chat, what are you giving the placement of the Chotchki on that AK?
It's better than Big Uzera's.
I like the Chotchki placement.
I don't hate it. He's even inspecting it for us.
That is Wakardia's AK.
I like what he's done
Wild Lotus.
There. How much do you know your skins? How much do you reckon a Wild Lotus costs?
No idea. I only know it's a Wild Lotus because I'm in the CSTV and I can see that it says Wild Lotus.
I reckon if it's not factory, it must be. It looks clean. If it's factory new, I reckon that's about 5 Gs, something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I mean, I'm no expert, but something like that.
Joda has a Fire Serpent, and so does Antares.
Oh, gosh. I was way off.
Like
factory
$500?
new? No, 15 grand.
Oh, come on now.
15 grand.
Come on, guys. All right, Total Fire back in the lead. Mac 10 out in the hands of Woxic. Might see him go aggressive up Banana with this one. Oh, they're going to go straight into an A play. Look at this. Look at this. This is so quick.
Okay, just extinguish and go. Crimbo, not ready for this. Burning, trapped on Boiler, trying to help with QB, but flash from Mad just perfect. Rotation of the AWP and hype, look at that, quick flick. Instantaneous deletion of Jota. Smoke to try and buy time to play around something he can work with. It's actually just going to block and facilitate a push from Woxic. Breaking the smoke, the threat of that Mac 10.
Saving.
And the threat of that pace change.
I love it. I really like that.
Matt just called a very cheeky round there.
Well, we've had both of these teams call these rounds, which have been faster on the go. This was really quick, rapid, and so many bodies up T stairs. Traditionally, when you're hitting A, at least once upon a time, you'd be sending plenty more players through the second mid. But a molly up the guts, making sure that they're not able to stand and posture, extinguish it themselves, go through the layering of flashes. We see how that catches the long player QB. Or was it Crimbo? Either way.
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it from Crimbo's perspective where he's kind of still going through the motions of like, the smoke, throw the molly. And suddenly, yeah, the layering of flashes, as you highlighted, Madges just threw a couple of bangers there. But now that also kind of has you a little bit more, are you going to throw a bit more of your nades early because of that quick pop? Do you feel the need to block it? You run through your resources, run them thin.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? To see that call happen again, extremely unlikely.
Yeah. However, now they've shown that they can.
Exactly. But those type of things that you'd use once in a half, or maybe you'd use it as a finisher if you were down to like Tech 9s or a partial buy. Alexander is going to call their first tactical timeout. Going to check in and see how Bobby's going on the B stream. 3D Max
I have a mouthful
MIBR.
of water.
Yeah, I saw that. I did that
clever,
intentionally.
very clever.
They're on Inferno as well. That's 3D Max Body taking on MIBR's Insani. There are more players in the server, but those were just two of the household names. Coming up next, we have the most anticipated match of the day for hate watchers, Falcons versus Astralis.
Yes, I think people are going to be gathering on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, just to hate. The day of the Lord.
Just to hate. That's crazy.
That is wild.
That is... Okay. Why is he role-playing? Why is he playing like an RPG, just pop into the shops?
Oh, dear.
I'm off to B. Here I go.
I can't believe there's an AWP top mid when we have players in Boiler.
What's he doing there? That's crazy.
Players in Boiler, I'm just going to have an AWP top mid. All right.
Oh, it's getting a nice bit spicy now. Hype gets...
Wildcard has 19 kills, by the way.
Yeah, Wildcard...
In case you haven't been paying attention.
I haven't, clearly. 19.
Well, now I favor Eternal Fire again.
Yeah, but you don't understand how good JDC is at holding on to this bomb site. For some reason, he's here, and he's alone. And Woxic's still killing A players. This is even better.
That's just pulled Tabson back.
Of course it has. Yeah, he was actually starting to cheat over.
I like the call from Magic Contact. He'll get the info, and then Wildcard and Joda will trade.
He has to stay a little active, right? Because he's trying to get a cheeky one. Or is he just hoping? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the round.
I love it, though. The contact in, right? So they can get the jump if a player is on a more progressive angle. Then the fact they see nothing, they smoke. They take the pool control. Then that's their staging area. They get the util out. They find him. Still got plenty of time to work with. I like the poise under pressure. Tabson and QB looking to save. Wildcard looking to hunt. But even though the scoreline closer than that of Dust 2, still a pretty strong match from Eternal Fire. Liking what we're seeing. Dust saying he wants to see a bit more in terms of the depth of their map pool. They can't always lean on Anubis. And then once you get into a best of 5, that's where some of those weaknesses can start to rear their head. But the adjustments that we... Oh.
The Dust?
The Dust, yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, Wildcard, that's going to be his 10th death.
I'd have a look, though, if I was Joda.
Oh, he shall. Bosh! QB known to be not known to be an AWPer. It's a quick scope. Saves his AWP for his boy.
Maybe it's an important save. We'll see if I can just get a cheeky open onto Zentaras like that again.
Wait, is Lauren Pansy Scott here? She is. Prius. We've got some royalty in the building. That's DJ Kuntz, famous for missing Simple's 1v2 from his perspective.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that anymore.
No. It's because he's betrayed us.
Well, he hasn't betrayed us.
Well...
It's Valorante, the child game, is more popular in North America, and that's where he lives.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah. He wants to sit at home, drinking Coca-Cola.
Or any beverage of his choice.
Or any other beverage of his choosing.
Just like you.
Yes. Lauren apparently got covered in blue goo yesterday. She was, her PC exploded and she got all of her water cooling.
Oh, dear.
All over her. So she's going to try and join the Blue Woman group. She's starting one.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
We'll be doing a stint in Vegas soon,
yes.
2025.
Yes.
10 plus 7 is 17, which means we're now into round 18. 3 more for Eternal Fire to pick this up. 2-0. This is a 1-1 match in terms of the Swiss. Winner of this will put themselves in a 2-1 category, 1 best of 3 away from the arena. It's the BTarena in Cluj-Napoca. I like this. They're going to leer out apartments to look for some jewels. Crimbo.
He's on his own. It's just him, so it's going to be at his own discretion. Okay, now noted. What do you do?
This is tough.
Yeah, he's got smoke to extinguish. So if they were to molly, which they haven't, they've actually just missed a nade instead.
I think team naded.
A bit of blockery.
But that's still a lot of pressure on A. I like that little move. Making it look like a default round, leering out the apartments. Now, Magic back to spawn, scooping up some extra util for the second wave. Now, because of that early pressure apartments, you're under a lot if you're big. You know, they're already entrenched the end of halls. That means they're probably in boiler room, but they've rerouted pretty quickly. The rotation is in the wrong place for big. One man on B again. And by the time that QB and Crimbo investigate, it might be too late. I think that you could risk going through this. Magic also has a HE to clear.
It feels like they're just outclassing them in the calls right now.
Hype's on the way.
Yeah, but the molly's perfect. What's he supposed to do? Hyped will be there. Where's the cross smoke? It's going to be pluming just in unison with that of Ruins. And now up into the site. JDC tries to get aggressive, punished by Madja. First blood drawn. The site should be theirs. tabseN and Hyped both trying to rotate through to this Ruins side. Trying to maybe wallbang Madja's plant. Won't be able to disrupt. Spamming smokes, their best bet for
you
now.
know what it means, Alex.
Yeah, but not again. Should we sing the song together?
Hold on a second. The orb didn't get out.
Hyped's getting smoked, it's fine. And he gets one on the way door.
Okay.
So, S-A-V-E,
you ain't got economy, you saving.
Hey, you saving. I feel like, do we harmonize? Is that what we're doing? But it sounds
not
cool?
sure.
I don't think we're harmonizing. I don't know. I'm tone deaf.
I don't think I have any musical ability whatsoever.
Allegedly, tone deaf. No one got back to me about musical players, by the way.
I don't think there would be.
Because it's kind of something you have to dedicate your life to.
These guys play a keyboard, but of a different variety.
Oh, well done. I see you.
And maybe it's not music to the ears, but it's music to the eyes. Counter-Strike.
You know what's not
tapestry.
music to my ears? Espresso.
Espresso.
Have you ever said espresso, please?
No, but I do probably pronounce a lot of things differently or wrong.
It's that me.
So
espresso.
I don't judge.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah, wow.
I mean,
course.
fair enough. You've
Of
seen the
course.
rounds he's had to deal with recently. Like,
Hey, we've gambled incorrectly again, and we don't have any
Twice.
information, and I'm on my own having to defend B, and I'm out of U2. Thanks, guys. But at least we saved.
okay, if I'm JDC, I'm telling tabseN, you cannot leave me. I don't care if they go A. Just stay.
John Dorian,
Just stay.
Constantine.
And there's Woxic onto JDC, so that's going to be a bit frustrating for him.
The compounding frustration.
Yeah, well, we all know how it goes.
Oh, he was frustrated. Now more.
Now extra.
Hype, though. He's actually been able to get a bit of a timing.
What?
Just through the smoke, Wildcard has gotten past his line of sight on the fade. If Wildcard tucks into trash,
Massive
he
gap,
has.
massive gap.
Hype's not going to see him whatsoever. He's passed completely.
Ooh, golden opportunity.
Just let him play. Everyone else should pause.
Stop. It looks like they're lining up nades and they're throwing them. So not the pause you were hoping for. But we can't, I mean, they're not rotating. It is still a 3v2 on B. Still grounds for this to go wrong, though. Hype's like, mid's clear or mid is klar.
Well, it is now.
Taught him mid.
But still, just let Wildcard keep playing. First oranges should be his.
What the hell is he up to? He's going for a tabseN maneuver.
But this is like an Ubus maneuver.
Yeah. Or an ancient temple push one.
But Hype's on the way. Is Hype going to see him? No.
Oh my god,
but they're gonna block.
I have no idea.
He needs to get 2 kills.
Yeah. QB can't believe it. He didn't even pull the trigger.
Oh no.
Oh, you know, like 2 there with Cardi.
But now they have to go to...
10
Oh,
seconds.
it's worked against them.
It's all over.
It's worked against them.
There's no way you win this unless you spammed Hype 7 seconds.
They're gonna
just landing,
save.
they're blocking them. They're running away. It's an awkward one. That is hideous.
Deary me.
Oh, I think they waited a little too long.
Yeah, and it's one of those scenarios where you want to let your flank come in. The fact that there was a block... Yeah, okay.
Oh, you boyski.
Okay. Well, you shouldn't get too upset with that one if you're Eternal Fire. You need to...
Can I be?
No, I don't think so. Like, sure, you likely should win this, especially with the Woxic opener onto John DeCastro.
That could have been a one-tap.
Yeah, but look at the time the kill's coming in. It took much longer than I anticipated.
I think he rushed the first because QB kind of turned towards him.
Well, it was too quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, is that the way back in? Finally, the first CT round for Big, and that's the flavor, is a nade straight down the back pocket of Hyped and Crimbo. That's big damage. Hyped to 52, Crimbo chipped down to 81. Wildcard is still looking to jump up. It feels like they are wary of the possibility for this aggressive maneuver. The two of them, Jodo and Wildcard, in tandem are the duo to take this control. Long smoke trickles out. Banana control not being vied for. Eternal Fire still behind the bottom of Banana smoke, but it does look like Madja is calling them back into place to contest this. But if you're JDC and you're stuck here again on your own, because tabseN, he's floating at the moment.
Is there such a thing as too flexible?
I think so, because they still have top mid info.
Yeah. Why have you left poor old John DeCastro to his own devices once again?
maybe it will inform them for a quicker rotation. tabseN is now on the way back. They just called mid completely clear.
Change his name to JDB because he's just defending B. That's all he's doing. This time with backup.
More support on the way.
In fact, this looks like the best chance they've had, especially with that lineup. JDC defends B. Effortless flash for the layup. Bomb down. Round is theirs. Woxic just got 18 seconds to farm up some extra frags or peace out with his AWP. He opts for the latter. Hype could disrupt that. He's going to be pushing down middle. Don't know if he's going to be able to take this head-on collision. Woxic has had the better of him today.
Okay, so now it's 2 on the trot, and that's actually done some decent damage to the finances. It shouldn't go down after time. So Woxic will retain the AWP.
I mean, that's the most support JDC's had, and I'm sure he's just turning and saying, look how easy it can be.
Yeah, but I think it's not only that, it was actually good information.
From the
A players, they actually took brackets control, flash forward in middle, saw the corridor was clear, rotated in time.
Right.
So it meant that JDC wasn't the one who was gathering the info. He had all the info, and he knew that the finish had to be towards his site. Maybe it could have been an apartments play, but seeming unlikely. Especially with no mid-prong. And yeah, so the saved AWP comes through. The 2,400 loss bonus into the next. The AKs are available for Centaurus and Madja. They are discussing through their purchases at the moment. Centaurus could also drop a Galil. I think Madja could do the same. He could buy an AK and armor and still facilitate a Galil, but it looks like he's going to go for nades. So what is the overall investment? Is it an all-in shove? Jota into a Tech 9? They are, okay. So Mac 10, a Tech 9, 2 AKs, and the retained AWP for Woxic. Bigger back in this. Both teams with 2,400 loss bonuses on the table after a round loss. But a round loss for Big would secure the 12th for EF.
Centaurus forward position, hoping and gambling that he's not going to get double naded into logs. So far, so good. An equivalent exchange and made better by the flames.
Melted.
Centaurus combines his Molotov and HE, and look at their health. tabseN hanging on by a thread. Nearly got team mollied there. JDC's having a bit of a mare. Oh, God. Now you're trapped. Looks like it's going to be okay. The block smoke half wall will buy time. It looks like they're rescinding their attention, Crimbo. You peek into this, you are a dead man. He's
you feel for him. But
he's aware. 2
alongside. So if they wrap...
Like it's decent setup so long as he doesn't peek into the AWP, which I feel like is an inevitability now. Okay. That doesn't matter. Actually, Cardi is just a really sharp shooter.
There is residual money. Take a look at the right-hand side of your screen. You can see Height with 7.9, Crimbo with 6K. So it's 2.4 is the loss. If they didn't have absolutely no HP, you could justify hanging around and trying to be disruptive. But what are you meant to do? JDC and tabseN being inflicted with all this damage so early on within the piece, and then the 2 healthy members with all the nades over towards A get nothing done. So, yeah, you're not going to be able to give this one a go. You're going to hand over 12, and now Eternal Fire just 1 round away from putting themselves in the 2-1 bucket.
But isn't this a great look for Wicardia as well? Like the fact that he can have these T-sides, this T-side impact?
Well, you brought it up, the James Banks interview with Madja before we got this underway. And Madja noted the first was when Wicardia joined it, put them a step up, but not a point where they could win tournaments. And then, well, Jota coming in, I think he's the extra upgrade. Now, sure, only has 8 kills right now, but he looks a bit more assertive, happy to take a few more risks. Calix was from the more old school, very supportive element. He could come in clutch occasionally. You knew what you were going to get from him. He could anchor down a position very strongly, but I think Jota just offers an extra level more and is part of the next gen of Turkish Counter-Strike. So Jota Wicardia will be for the future.
Right.
Whereas right now, I understand that players are pushing the boundaries of what we can expect in terms of age, because a player like Centaurus, here he is, 29 years young, is still having great output, playing some of his best Counter-Strike. But is this it? Are we done on Inferno?
Yeah, let's find out. Wicardia this time going to have a frontal collision with JDC. He just wanted to get stuck in and is immediately punished for it. Centaurus good for it. Look at this. Once again, a carpet of flame. And then nades on top. tabseN, 26. Their utility's great. Woxic's AWP, also brilliant. That's nice from QB, though. And now this double up Committed
He'd love a
position.
flash.
Torres would beg for a flash right now.
A molly would do it.
Oh, and a spray. Anticipates the reswing. Tabs and just burns down. Double molly killing back-to-back rounds.
Okay, well, Crimbo, you are in the complete wrong place, my friend. Bomb goes down, longest rotation point. You could start disconnecting from the server right now.
Yeah.
GG.
I'd rather they didn't.
Wow, honestly, you may as well. He's not winning this round.
No, he's not. He's not. It's 13-9. Eternal Fire 2-0 puts him in the 2-1. Nice and easy. One way from the playoffs. An 8-team playoffs going to be inclusion of poker later on this weekend. So it's all good in the Eternal Fire hood. Big clan room for improvement. And before we throw to the desk, I have a question for you. Richard, Dust, Maui, would you rather have